So if your short-term rental is, booked 100% of the time, you actually aren't winning.
No, you're probably like leaving thousands of dollars on the table.
Right. Welcome to our deep dive. Today we're looking at a stack of strategy notes all about increasing Airbnb bookings and revenue, specifically in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really extract the practical levers that actually drive performance for you if you're a property manager or an investor.
Exactly. So let's start with that hook, that occupancy paradox. I mean, if I'm an investor, my gut instinct is just to fill the calendar,
Oh,
right?
totally. That's what everyone thinks.
So why do these notes tell you to basically pump the brakes?
Well, because if you have a fully booked calendar a month in advance, it usually means your base rates are just way too low.
Ah, I see.
The sources really emphasize using dynamic pricing, and not just to, capture peak seasonal demand, but to actually manipulate booking lead time.
Right. So you're actually holding out for those high-paying last-minute bookers.
Exactly. For certain properties, you want to wait rather than just taking the first lowball offer that comes along.
I get the concept of dynamic pricing for sure.
Yep.
But the notes drill down into specific suburbs, right? Like Katoomba, Laura, Blackheath, Wentworth Falls.
Yeah, they do.
But like, how drastically do these neighboring towns actually differ? I mean, it's just a 10-kilometer stretch of highway.
Oh, drastically. So Katoomba, for instance, drives heavy weekend warrior traffic. You've got couples wanting, immediate cafe access, maybe a quick trip to the Three Sisters.
Right. And they book pretty last minute, I'm guessing.
Exactly, very short lead time. But then you look at Blackheath, and that attracts like secluded family retreats.
Which means coordinating school schedules and time off.
Yeah, so they book much further out. If you apply that Katoomba pricing algorithm to a Blackheath property,
Yeah.
you'll either just sit completely empty.
Or you'll massively underprice a premium stay.
Right, exactly.
So your pricing strategy really dictates your digital storefront. I mean, if you're targeting that long-laid Blackheath family, your listing needs to explicitly signal that.
It absolutely has to match.
But the sources spend a lot of time on listing optimization, especially click-through rates. Like, does tweaking a title or an image actually move the needle that much?
Well, it acts as the filter for everything else. I mean, you can have the perfect dynamic pricing curve, but if your hero image doesn't match what that micro market expects.
Like showing a cozy fireplace for a summer stay in Laura.
Right. The platform's algorithm won't even show your property to the right buyer.
Wow. Okay, and the notes also hammer hard on guest communication systems. They treat response time like a life or death metric.
Oh, absolutely.
But isn't that just basic customer service? Like, we all know you should reply fast.
Well, the shift in these strategy notes is treating it as a high-stakes sales conversion tool.
The sales tool.
Yeah. When a guest messages you asking if the Wi-Fi is strong enough for a Zoom call, they literally have their credit card out.
Oh, I see. They're ready to buy right then.
Right. And if you take 3 hours to reply, they haven't just waited. They've gone and booked the competitor in Laura who replied in 3 minutes.
Wow. Speed is basically a closing tactic.
It really is.
Okay, so say I've dialed in the pricing for my specific suburb. I've optimized the hero image, and I've got a system pinging guests back in 3 minutes.
Sounds like the digital machine is humming.
Right. So can I just, like, step back now,
Oh.
put it on autopilot?
Only if you want the whole system to collapse in about a month.
Wait, really? Why?
Because the digital storefront is entirely dependent on the physical ground game. Operational consistency.
You mean the cleaning crews, restocking the firewood, that kind of stuff?
Exactly. That preventative maintenance is what actually generates those 5-star reviews over the long term.
Right, because it's like an engine. You can't just upgrade the paint job, like the listing photos, and then ignore the oil change of restocking supplies.
That's a perfect analogy. A breakdown in cleaning ruins the review, which ruins the listing rank.
Which then destroys your pricing leverage entirely.
Exactly. It's a closed-loop system.
So if you're managing a property, the takeaway here is super clear. Stop looking for a single silver bullet.
Yeah, there are no one-off hacks here.
Right. True performance in a highly competitive market like the Blue Mountains requires building this interconnected machinery. The physical operations have to directly feed the digital strategy.
It does make you wonder about the end result of all this optimization, though.
How do you mean?
Well, if peak performance comes from these highly efficient, almost entirely automated systems, at what point does the host become completely invisible?
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Right. Like, does that ultimate efficiency eventually hurt the quirky, authentic, local experience that guests actually travel to the Blue Mountains to find in the first place.
Man, that is a fantastic tension to leave you with. A perfectly tuned revenue engine, but potentially missing the human touch.
Definitely something to chew on.
Absolutely. Something to think about the next time you book a weekend getaway.